What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Baddog back with another New York Giants video. And, there's been a lot of trade rumors out there, a lot of guys on the market. We've heard some superstars, man. Trent Williams has been out there, Jadeveon, Clowney, guys like Laremy Tunsil. All these guys can help the New York Giants for sure. Now, there's been teams linked to some of these other teams. The Giants really haven't been involved in any of these trade talks. I'm just wondering, perhaps, should the New York Giants get involved with these three particular players? Now, Trent Williams is definitely not a guy that the New York Giants will go after. I believe that the Redskins had already turned down a first-round pick from the New England Patriots, and I can't see them trading Trent Williams within the division. So Trent Williams and the New York Giants really doesn't make a lot of sense. But that is a guy that's out there on the market that said he will not play for the Washington Redskins. That's obviously a big loss to them because he's one of the best left tackles in football when healthy. So I can't see the New York Giants going after Trent Williams. That just doesn't make any sense. Now, Laremy Tunsil is a different story. Obviously, he's a left tackle for the Miami Dolphins, and the whole, him and the frickin' gas mask and the, everything else that went on that draft night kind of screwed everything up that draft, and he slipped all the way to 12th, which was a huge steal in the draft because he's gotten in no trouble with Miami, and he's one of the best left tackles in the league. Now, we already have a left tackle in Nate Solder, but Tunsil can also play the right side, and while the Giants did go out and sign Mike Remmers to a one-year deal, Tunsil would obviously be a massive upgrade over there on the right side. Mike Remmers allowed 7 sacks last year, whereas Laremy Tunsil only allowed 2, and if you play Chad Wheeler, Chad Wheeler allowed, I believe, 5 sacks over there. So between those two guys, they've allowed 12 sacks where Tunsil only allowed 2. It'd obviously be a massive upgrade, and Dave Gettleman loves his hog mollies. He wants to build this offensive line in front of that young quarterback, Daniel Jones, and obviously in front of the young stud Saquon Barkley. You always win in the trenches, and Dave Gettleman always knows this, so this is what he wants to do. Laremy Tunsil would fit this, but obviously he's going to come at a very high price as well. The Giants decide to give up a first-round pick for Laremy Tunsil. Who knows? But there's another guy that's out there on the market. Honestly, knowing where the Giants are going to be probably picking this year, I'm not giving up a first-round pick for Laremy Tunsil. I just won't do it because I don't think the Giants are making the playoffs. Now, it would be tough to say because if we finish 4-12, like a lot of people are predicting us to finish 4-12, we finish 4-12, we're picking top 5 again. You don't want to trade that for Laremy Tunsil. If you finish 8-8 and you're picking 18th or 16th, then it's worth it. So it would be a huge risk to go out there and go after Laremy Tunsil. But we'll see what happens. Again, that's just another name that's been thrown out there. I don't know if the Giants would take a look at him, but he'd obviously be a huge upgrade over there on the right side. So it's something you may consider. The last one, obviously, is Jadeveon Clowney. Now, he's been linked to a lot of different teams that he would obviously command the biggest price tag. He would probably command more than one pick, including a first-round pick. But he's obviously an elite pass rusher, or at least according to PFF. Now, that doesn't mean he is. He had 9 sacks last year. He's obviously much better against the run than a pass rusher. The Giants are short on pass rushers. We know that. Lorenzo Carter may be able to take the next step, but he's unproven, and we really don't know what Lorenzo Carter's going to do. Jadeveon Clowney would obviously be a big upgrade to our defensive line, out there at a 3-4 linebacker. He'd obviously be a lot better at stopping the run and giving us a much better pass rush. But again, he's going to command such a huge price tag that it's probably not worth the Giants to go after Jadeveon Clowney at all, especially when he's going to be a free agent next year. So pretty much what the Giants have to do is give up at least a first-round pick most likely and then sign him to a lucrative contract. That's exactly what would have to happen. Giants can obviously take a chance and decide that they're just going to go after him in free agency. And if he doesn't sign up with another team, then they could go out there and make a huge haul from at that point. But he's going to make a lot of money, too. He's probably going to get $18 million a year, whatever it is. I think he wants $20 million a year, $21 million. He wants a lot of money. So he's going to command a lot of money. So do you really want to give up picks and then pay the guy? Or do you just want to say, we'll take a chance and maybe he'll be there, maybe he won't? And Dave Gettleman, I'm going to say, probably isn't going to make that trade either. So out of these 3 players, the only one that I could see that makes any sense for the New York Giants would be Laremy Tunsil. But again, I don't know what the asking price is for Laremy Tunsil as the Miami Dolphins rebuild down there. I don't know why he's even on the market. Again, this is just something I read. Laremy Tunsil is a guy I think you would want to build your team around, especially with Josh Rosen there, a young quarterback. I don't know why you'd want to get rid of one of the best left tackles in football. Why he's on the trade market doesn't make any sense to me. But again, this is just, what I read. These are 3 players I read that maybe the Giants should get involved in. I believe Tunsil is the only one that makes any sense. And again, it would depend on the asking price. What do you guys think? Do you think we should go after any of these 3 players? You think it's worth a first-round pick for any of them? Again, I don't think Trent Williams is even feasible here. I don't know why the Redskins would trade him in the division. But do you think any of these guys are worth coming here if we have to give up multiple picks? Or do you just say, you know what, we're going to stand pat with what we have. We're going to take our $100 million in cap space next year and another draft, and we're going to build that way. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And until next time, guys, enjoy the rest of your Monday. It is Baddog, and I am gone. Peace!